Hi and welcome to 2026. Happy New Year. And this video is specifically for you if you have no plans for 2026, you are not in the mood, you are not feeling the new year, you are just there. This video is going to give you an exact plan on how to get started with the year, how to plan your year, everything you need to know. Now, first things first, I want you to understand that a new year is nothing but a new calendar. It's still the same sun that will rise in the morning, it's still the same sun that will set in the evening. Nothing different is going to happen except you do something different. So the year is another year, yes, but the only thing that makes it new is your actions, your habits. So that's the first thing that you need to know. Now, secondly, the most important thing you are going to do is to review your 2025. Did you set any goals in 2025? If you did, and if you did not, look at your actions in 2025, the things you wanted to do. What were the things that stopped you? Oh, you wanted to apply for so many big roles in 2025, but you did not apply because of fear that they will probably not pick me. Note down those things that were stopping you from doing things. You wanted to start content creation. Why did you not start? Excuses. Oh, my background is no good. Oh, my this one, was it confidence? Note down those things that stopped you in 2025, because that is how you are going to make a change. When you know the things that stopped you in 2025, you'll be able to make a change in 2026. So review, how much did you make last year, so that you can know your aim. You might be setting your goal as, oh, I want to make 10 million this year. And if you calculate how much you actually spent throughout the year, you might see that you reached maybe 8 million. Or even that 10 million. So know what happened last year, because I was checking my account statements at the end of the year and I was like, this really happened. If I did not check now, I'll probably be setting the same goal that I've already achieved. Do you get? So review your last year. That's the most important thing. Review your last year before you start making any plans for 2026. Now that you have reviewed the year, the next thing I need you to do right now is to make your plan for 2026. Now, you don't need to copy everybody, right? Some people work towards just one goal throughout the year. Some people have hundreds of goals, and your goals do not need to be in a cute place. It could be a notepad. My goals are in my notepad. No fancy stuff. And it does not mean you cannot do fancy stuff, right? I'm just telling you that you don't have to do it if you do not want to. Not doing it does not mean you will not achieve it. Now, let me tell you this, that the benefit of all those vision boards that you are seeing is because when you visualize something, do you notice is the effect of, you know, when you wear a very nice clothes, nice wig, the time where you get to like dress really sexy and you look at yourself in the mirror, the way you act will be different from, it's always different from when you are your normal self. When you're normal clothes, you're always just there, oh my guy. But when you are, even you yourself, the way you carry yourself is different. Why? Because what you saw something, you were able to visualize, you were like, this is me, I so much look like. So you are visualizing it, you are looking at that thing, because your brain does not really know what is real or what is not real. It only knows what you feed it. So the vision board, when you visualize it, that dopamine that you get, that, I got to travel this year, it gives you a little burst of energy, that motivation, that it makes you feel in that mode, in that presence. And that's the benefit of vision boards. Vision boards are very helpful, right? They are very helpful. So if you want to do them, you can do them. Visualize what you want, because then your brain is now in that mode that I can be this. When you are thinking I can be this, you are able to do things that will get you to be this. If you notice, most people that they're always like entitled, very entitled, they actually get the things they want, because when you believe that everything in this world I deserve it, you will get it, because the way you will move. If you, let's say now, there are times when I want to charge a client and I'm feeling like, is this money not too much to charge them? Somebody that is entitled, they're like, this money is even too low, and they're going to price higher, and they will actually get it. And me that is pricing lower, I will get that lower than pricing. So vision boards, 10 over 10, they are great, right? But you need to know why you are doing vision boards. So you're not just doing vision board for aesthetics or anything. You are doing it to visualize what you want. So it's not that vision boards will automatically make you achieve your goals. You are knowing the place of vision boards and the place of setting your goals. Now, with your vision boards, you have written down your goals. Like I said, your goals do not need to be like everybody's own. What do you want for yourself in 2026? Break it down into different areas of your life. Your career goals, your friendship goals, your relationship goals, your financial goals, even your career goals. You can break them down. Break your career goals down. How much do you want to make this year? If you don't have any idea of what goals to set, you can use goals like, how much do you want to make this year? What do you want to become this year? Oh, I want to become confident. I want to be soft spoken. What are the things you want to do this year? Now, things you want to do could be like, okay, I want to learn how to swim this year. I want to learn. So things you want to do, I want to paint this year. So you can move to hobbies. What hobbies do you want to pick up this new year? So those are things, those are categories that you can check. Now, after you write all these things, because it's easy to write. After you write all these things, the next thing that you need to do is to write down a plan. Your first goal, I want to paint this year. What are the things you have to do to get started with painting? Number one, you need to buy painting materials. What paint? You have to be very specific. Okay, I need to buy paint, I need to buy brush, I need to buy paper. Write it down. How much is paper? So that you know exactly what you need to do. I want to make 1 million this year. What are the things that will help me get 1 million this year? Okay, number one, cooking business. How will cooking business get you 1 million this year? If I'm able to get 400 customers and sell 3k products, I will get it. So now you know that what you have to do is to get 400 customers that you sell per fair of 3,000 naira to. Now you have a clear picture. For me to make 1 million this month, I need to get 400 customers. Now you have a clear goal, you have a clear number. How will you get 400 customers? By carrying your business on your head, by marketing it if you want to use sales. So now you know your goal and you will track it, because many of you business owners, you are fond of not tracking things. You don't know how much is coming in, you don't know how much is going out, you don't know your customers, you don't even know your VIP customers. Some of you have let VIP customers go. You don't know the people that are buying the most from you. You don't know the people that are always returning to your brand. You don't know that process. All you know is to sell. It's easier to retain a customer that you already have than to get a new one. So you need to know all of these things and you need to track it. That's why tracking your previous year was important, and that was why it was the first thing that we had to do. So you need to get very clear on the action. I'll say maybe when I'm editing this video, I can write, show a screen record record of my own goals. But if not, under each of your goals, what are the actions you need to take? I want to make 1 million. If it's that you don't have a skill at all, okay, I need to first learn a skill. What time frame? Give it time frames. Give it time frame. Okay, the first month I need to learn graphic design. Now you know that's right. I need to learn graphic design. In week 1, I need to learn about the tools, Photoshop. I need to learn about the rule of graphic design. In week 3, I need to do this. So write the steps so that you know what to do day to day. Now, at the end of your day, at the end of your week, do a recap. Look at what you have done. So you see, you cannot set goals and not review them. At the end of the week, at the end of the day, look at the things that you have done. Look at what you have done. Okay, I was able to learn tools and this thing this year. I did not do this one today. I missed out today. Look at the things that were stopping you back. Now, one of my goals is to learn Chinese, right? I used to learn French before, but I switched to Chinese, and I've been consistent on Duolingo now for like 12 days, and I also do lessons on YouTube. Yesterday, I was not able to learn. I missed my streak. Why? Because I slept off very early. My phone was low, so I was charging it, and I slept off before. I slept off woke up this morning, basically. Now, I reviewed it. I was like, okay, what made me not, I was not able to keep my streak today? What made my streak end today? Was because I was pushing that goal to the last thing at night, and different things that happened. So yesterday night was that my phone was low. Another day I could be in a meeting. So now, what did I do to correct it so that thing does not happen? I said, okay, now I'm going to make sure that I push this thing to like the first thing I do in the day, than putting it as the last thing I do. Because putting it as the last thing I do, so many things can go wrong, so many things can happen. So now, can you see that now I will not make the chances of me making that mistake right now is lower than the chances of me making that mistake again. And we're even on holiday. So now imagine when I'm back in school and there, I can even forget, even with all the alarms and everything I've set. So you need to make sure you are reviewing it. What did not make you study graphic design today? Oh, your friend said she wants to visit you and you don't have the balls to say no, so you were not able to do it. So how are you going to prevent that your friend from stopping you from doing this thing next time? So you are tracking it, you are reviewing it so that you can know the next things that you are going to do. Now, let me say this here briefly. As you are reviewing your goals, like I said, don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't compare your goals to somebody else's goal. Some of the results you are seeing right now are 10 years of work, they're 15 years of work, because this is the time of the year where comparison, you compare yourself. See, let me tell you, you don't know what you do to yourself whenever you think of negative things. When you compare yourself, your brain is now seeing you lower than that person. And see, you see, when your brain is seeing you lower than that person, you cannot function in the role of somebody that is higher than that person, or somebody. See, when you see yourself as that person, the way your brain is not thinking is small, is like this. Your brain is down. But when your eyes are open, when you're not comparing yourself, you're saying, I'm going at my own pace. Your brain is thinking at that level, that I'm going at my own pace. I'm seeing my opportunities. I'm seeing it. But when you're thinking so low, your brain too is just there. That's why you notice that when you're looking and say that, well, this new year that they are doing, you also say, me, I'm not feeling the new year. New year is just new year. Your brain is constant. You're feeding your brain that thing, and that is how you will be. You will not feel any enthusiasm to do anything. You're not feeling. But people that are like this year, even if they eventually stop January 15, at least that momentum, that dopamine that they've gotten January 1st to January 10 or 15, it is something. That's not something for them. So stop feeding yourself negative things. Stop feeding Do you know why people always do so much in the beginning of each year? It's because of the way they view themselves that beginning of the year. So they're like, I have to do so many things this year. I'm going to do a lot of things this year. I go buy car this year. So they're feeding their brain that information that I got to do a lot of things this year. So their brain is looking at that I have to do a lot of things this year. I have to do. So their brain is now thinking in 4G. Wait till I do. Do you notice that is when you're broke the most that you're always thinking of new things? Because when you are broke the most, at that point you're like, wait till I do. So you're thinking your brain, wait till I do. So your brain is now looking for it. But when you are like, well, you don't do, your brain results, you don't do. But when you are like, wait, do you notice that is when you have like emergency, like, oh, my mama don't see. If I don't find this money, that's when your view, it's a bit like as if your brain is not. That's when you do things that you cannot do before. Normally that you don't used to beg for money, you cannot ask for money. You will not even know where you get the confidence to ask somebody for money. Why? Because at that point you're telling you're feeding your brain, I have to do this thing no matter what. So if you are giving if you're feeding your brain that same thing for the rest of the year, that no matter what, say, I gotta get this thing. That is the level that your brain will be operating. So you have to be very conscious of the things that you feed yourself. If you can learn more about neuroscience, you learn more about how your brain works. You learn more about that's why all this manifestation, affirmations, look into the mirror. Yes, those things. It is not like automatically to bring it, but then it is helping your brain, because the more you say something to yourself, the more you consciously say something to yourself, the more it's register in your subconscious or your because we operate at a conscious level and an unconscious level. That's why you say things like ojaboni. That ojaboni, you were not conscious of it, but your subconscious was conscious of it, and it's as a result of the things you've been repeating to yourself. You've been saying to yourself, it says you've been imagining in your head, it says you've been thinking about in your head. So you might not feel the effect of the things you are doing right now, but we have a subconscious level. It is registering it, and it is that one that follows your conscious. So that is why those affirmations, that's why they help over time. Because when you consider I am beautiful, as you're saying it consciously, even if you don't believe it, it is registering in your subconscious, and that's how your brain is rewiring. You say, my eyes is fine, my lips is fine, I never even know say I fine reach this one. Slowly. So be careful. The one thing I want to leave is be careful what you feed your brain this period. Your friend bought car, could they not say it does not stop you from buying your own car when it's the right time for you. Okay, there was one thing I learned in church, or my former church, was God will not give you something that will kill you. If you're not a Muslim, whatever God you serve, God will not give you something that will kill you. So what do I mean? If you're a baby and you're paying for a car, and an adult is paying for a car, God can give the adult a car, but will not give the baby a car. Why? Because that car can kill the baby. Now this is a very large instance, right? So I'm talking about for you right now. God might know that if He gives you this thing that you're looking for right now, it might not be the right time for you. This thing will distract you. There are some opportunities. There were times I will apply for a job, and when I don't get it, I'll be like, why? And then I applied well. Now, later on in the future, I'll be like, if I had gotten that job then, I would have done nonsense, because I did not even know anything that time. Because now I'm now wise. I know that if I get that job now, I'll do a lot for them. But if it was then, And then I felt like I will do well. I know well for them. So please, please make sure that you're not feeding your brain negative things. Stay away from negative thoughts as much as you can. Consciously rewire how you think, right? Stop comparing yourself. Stop bringing yourself down. Don't bring yourself down. Stop bringing yourself down. There's nothing that you cannot learn, and there's nothing that you cannot change. So stop bringing yourself down, and make sure you're not comparing yourself to anybody. So yes, let me know if you found this video helpful. I'll see you in my next video. Happy New Year. If this is your first time meeting me, I'm good. And that's true. I have a big news for you guys. Shall I tell you in this video? I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you another video. Anyways, bye guys.